Hey, what's up, guys? Andrew from American Musical Supply here at AES 2019. I'm in the Cloud Microphones booth with Roger Cloud. How are you doing today?
Hey, great, Andrew. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Nice to see you guys.
Thank you. You too. So, could you give us a brief rundown of your Cloudlifter products? And
Absolutely. Well, the Cloudlifters, they come from, they originally come from our active ribbon microphone is how we actually stumbled across the Cloudlifter as a concept. When we were designing our ribbon mics, we put it in a little box to test it with the various prototype mics we had.
Okay.
That was 10 years ago. So basically we realized that the box was really cool. So we started making a line of what we call mic activators. And this is the Cloudlifter CL1, which a lot of you may be familiar with. It adds about 25 decibels of ultra clean, pristine Class A discrete gain to your microphone. It's really useful with microphones like the SM57, SM7B, any ribbon microphone where you just want more of the actual microphone itself and less of the preamp sound and the coloration, because with most of those mics you have to crank your preamp way up to the upper gain range to get enough signal, and when you do that you introduce a lot of noise and the frequency response starts to change and you get a lot of different artifacts. So with the Cloudlifter you're actually able to get a lot more of the microphone itself and turn your preamp down significantly, therefore cleaning up your sound and giving you a nice rich sound from your microphone. So this is the CL1, which is MAPs at 149 when you guys have them available. And then this also comes in a 2-channel version, the CL2. So if you're running stereo mics or if you need one mic for a voice and one for a guitar, you can do both of those with these. These are great for podcasters as well as musicians, professional sound engineers. They are great for long cable runs and basically give you a lot more of the microphone. They're great for long cable runs, so that you can avoid all that noise and interference that comes on the line.
so is this a passive or an active?
It's an active gain stage. Basically, you use phantom power from your mixer, but it doesn't send the phantom power along to the mic. So it's perfectly safe for all of your precious ribbon mics, and it just uses that to power the circuit, and it's super easy to use. It literally makes the Cloudlifter becomes part of your preamp. The gain stage becomes a system with your preamp, and it hangs that gain stage out there, but it completes it at the preamp. So it literally becomes part of your preamp. This is the CL4. It's a 4-channel rack unit, and this basically gives you 4 channels of CL1 style Cloudlifter. And then we introduced the Cloudlifter Z in 2012, and this one basically gives you a variable impedance control, or Z, where you can do loading with the microphone. For instance, with a Shure SM7B, Shure SM7B has an 150 ohm output impedance, so the ideal loading according to the manufacturer would be at 1.5K, and you can set it to get that ideal loading on each mic. We have a nice little chart for that on our website that you can check out. And the high pass filter is also tied to the impedance, so it's the technical term would be Z plus FC, frequency cutoff. So when you turn the Z knob, it changes the frequency cutoff, so you can basically shave away the low end just to the amount you need to get rid of the rubbish and low frequencies that you might not want if you're doing a voiceover or if you're doing a singing track or even an acoustic guitar that's getting too boomy. You can kind of shave that away. So it turns the Z into basically a 1-knob bass control to kind of like shape and tailor that so it'll fit perfectly into your mix. Has also output attenuation, 2 levels on the Z. And so then we came out with the Cloudlifter ZI, which does everything that the Cloudlifter Z does, but it also adds instrument input through a really nice instrument transformer. So you can use this as a DI with variable impedance. So when you turn this, you can totally get different character out of your bass or your guitar or even keyboards, for instance. And you can use that loading. It has the same high-pass filter control, so you can use the variable Z as a big bass control to shave away some of that low end and tailor your sound to fit in the mix. 3-way volume output attenuation, and that's the Cloudlifter Z. So based on all those ideas, we're previewing a new Cloudlifter at the show. This is the Cloudlifter ZX. It's not available yet, but it's coming in 2020. And basically the Cloudlifter ZX has the Z control similar to the Cloudlifter Z. It's great for your mics, 25 dB of extra gain in direct coupled mode. And the high pass filter works the same so that you can tailor the bass response just how you need it when it's engaged. And then it also adds the X modes, X1 and X2. And the X is for transformer. So it has a really nice Cinemag transformer, console-style transformer loading, so you basically get the sound of like a Quad 8 mixing console. It's the same transformer they used in those mixers. When you go into X mode, you can get up to 45 dB of gain before it hits your preamp. So for really quiet things like Foley and film or spoken word or quiet acoustic guitars, things like that, you can take advantage of even more gain before it hits your preamp, with the idea being that you can turn your preamp all the way down and use this to carry the load and give you the signal, and then you can fine tune with your preamp as needed. It has a 5-way volume output attenuator, so if 45 dB of gain is too much, as it will be in many cases, you can just turn that down to the amount that you need. X1 mode gives you a nice little presence peak between 5 and 7K, perfect for giving it a little bit of that character that you would expect from a nice console, and to bring out something like an acoustic guitar or a vocal where you want a little bit of extra presence, especially with like a ribbon microphone or a dynamic microphone where sometimes they can be a little mellow, so you can use that to get a little bit of that natural character from the transformer. X2 mode also has a bit of a presence peak, but it rolls off a bit. It's down about 3 dB at 20K, which means it's a little darker sounding. I love X2 mode for like 57 on a guitar amp, where you want to kind of mellow it a little bit. You don't want so edgy. It's a great way to kind of give you a little bit of a darker tone, but still incredibly natural, and with some of that character that you would expect from a vintage console. So this is the ZX2. It's coming in 2020, and it's going to be available in a 2-channel rack mount unit. And I appreciate you coming by, Andrew.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
You got it. Well, thanks for that really comprehensive rundown. It's cool that you're coming out with some options too, that you, if you want a clean signal, you've got that, but if you want to shape the character of the sound, you can do that too on the way in and print that. So check out AmericanMusical.com for all of these Cloud Microphones products.
Thanks, guys.